And there are a lot of strange borders and disputes here, so get ready. And then comes the border with Bangladesh. The diversity of landscapes in India is huge, providing millions of people with food like rice and wheat, Bengal tiger and sloth bear, elephants going for a morning walk, and India's only volcano barren islands. I make travel and geography related videos, and I'm in an Indian restaurant. Indian food is the best. And I'm home again. Recently, the channel hit 2 million views, and therefore I asked you guys to decide which country could go next and skip the line. You suggested a total of 26 different countries, and we have a winner. We are zooming in on India. Fun fact, the Indian elephant has ears that look like the shape of India. Kind of. In this video, I will present to you the geography and travel suggestions for India. I seek to find the most correct information. Sometimes I make mistakes, so you're welcome to let me know, so this video will be as correct as possible. Now, let's zoom in, India. India lies in Asia, more specifically in South Asia, between the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. South Asia is a region that consists of Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, the Maldives, and Sri Lanka, which just does not share a land border with India. But countries that do are Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east, as well as China, Bhutan, and Nepal in the north, and Pakistan to the west. And there are a lot of strange borders and disputes here, so get ready. Let's start with the most complicated part in the north. Maybe you've heard of the region Kashmir. It is a super scenic area with lots of really tall mountains and valleys, but this area is disputed. You can draw India like this, or this, or this, and that is because there are 3 countries who want Kashmir for themselves: Pakistan, India, and China. This area is heavily militarized, and there have been many wars over this area. The regions Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are both regions administered by India as union territories, but have also been subject of a dispute between India, Pakistan, and China. And well, this is what the borders look like in Google Maps. As we follow the border between India and China, we can see there are multiple border disputes here, 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 and here. We are in the Himalayan mountains. Then the borders with Nepal and Bhutan are pretty clear, and then we come to Arunachal Pradesh, a state in northeast India. Currently, the recognized border between India and China goes here, north of Arunachal Pradesh, and it's almost completely inhabited and operated by Indians. But its legal status is disputed by the Chinese government. And then comes the border with Bangladesh. Maybe it doesn't look that long, but actually it is the 5th longest border between 2 countries in the whole world. The border is 4,096 kilometers long. If we zoom in, we can see that the border is highly irregular. Just look at all this. Wow. But it used to be worse. Up until 2015, there were a whole lot of enclaves and exclaves and enclaves within enclaves, but they did some cleaning and it looks more regular now. Oh, and the eastern part of India is connected to the rest of India by this super narrow pathway called the Siliguri corridor. I measured it to be 23 kilometers at its narrowest. So we all know that this is India, but India has more land. We cannot forget about the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, an archipelago of about 300 islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea. And a little harder to spot on the map is an archipelago in the Arabian Sea, the Lakshadweep Islands, about 36 small islands with beaches and forests and atolls. These islands are not the westernmost point of India, however. That title goes to this land at the Sur Creek bordering Pakistan. The northernmost point of India lies in Kashmir, so it is disputed. It's either this point between China and Gilgit-Baltistan, administered by Pakistan, or a little more south, this point, in the Ladakh region bordering China, also disputed. Or even further south, this point, south of Kashmir. This point is definitely India, no dispute here. The easternmost point lies either here in Arunachal Pradesh bordering Myanmar, or here bordering Myanmar. The southernmost point of the Indian mainland simply lies here. But don't forget about the Nicobar Islands. That is where the southernmost point lies. It's right here at Great Nicobar, actually pretty close to Indonesia. There is so much information to cover on India, I love it. This is a big video, but do you know what is even bigger? India. India is the 7th largest country on Earth after Russia, Canada, China, United States, Brazil, and Australia, but it's bigger than Argentina. It's the 3rd biggest country in Asia, and as of May 21st, 2021, India's population is 1.392 billion people. This means that more than 1 out of 6 person on this planet comes from India. And you probably know that India is the 2nd most populous country in the world after China. Researchers think that India will catch up with China and become the most populous country in the world someday in the future. India has a pretty high population density too, with 411 people per square kilometers, coming on number 19 in population density. Countries that have a higher population density are Bangladesh, South Korea, and the Netherlands. Life expectancy has been rising in India. In 1960, life expectancy was 41.4 years. In 2019, people could expect to live until the age of 96.7 years. That is 28 extra years to live. That's a whole extra generation. A huge change for a big number of people. So let's take a look at where the people live. The capital city of India is New Delhi, lying in the city Delhi. But this is not the most populated city, however. That title goes to Mumbai. 12.4 million people live in Mumbai. I've checked several sources, they all say around 12 million, but it's hard to measure population, so the number may vary. Other big Indian cities by population are Bangalore or Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Kolkata, Surat, Pune, and Jaipur, all with millions of people. But all these millions of people do not all speak the same language. No. India has a total of 447 native languages, and this image shows the most spoken languages like Hindi, Bengali, Tamil. The official languages of India are English and Hindi, and India in Hindi is Bharat. Yes, it's time to explore, and let's take a look at the capital city first. So the capital city lies here in the north, within the city Delhi. And here is New Delhi. Wow, there's so much stuff going on here. I see the Parliament of India, the India Gate. Oh, that's a big gate. Wow. What is this? Wow. Impressive. Khan Market. Food. Yeah, several parks here. The National Media Center. The National Museum. Yeah, this looks like a capital city. Let's see. Yeah, there is this road going here from the India Gate, where there's also Friends Cafe. And then there's this road going here. A really long, big road. Going to Jaipur Column and Rashtrapati Bhavan. There's so many spectacular buildings here in a really small area. Just look at this city. It's huge. So many houses. Let's take a look at those houses, by the way. Yeah, lots of people living here. Here we have some flats. I'm guessing there are many apartment buildings here. And then here is a big green area. I wonder what it is. Yeah, it says Central Ridge Reserve Forest. This is all forest. Wow. Yeah, with a road going through it here. Buddha Jayanti Park. Huh. I'm guessing it feels much more quiet here than in the city. And of course, a cricket park. Is cricket the national sport of India or the most popular sports? I'm not sure, but I think it's pretty popular there. Yeah, let's check out the rest of the country. Well, not the rest. I'm just gonna pick some places that I want to take a closer look on. Yeah, I'm gonna start in the north. The Himalayan mountains, of course. And I see there are several a lot of villages around here. Wow. Let's take a closer look. Wow, look at those mountains. This is so impressive. Yeah, this looks like a small settlement. They have a Lakshmi Narayan temple, Hindu temple. And look at this valley. Whoa. This is so cool. You can get some money if you need it. Yeah, and look at this road on the steep mountain. Oh. Yeah, I know Norway is mountainous and there are fjords and all that stuff. This is much more impressive. These mountains are so tall. Yeah, and people live here. Wow. Yeah, of course, I have to check out Mumbai too. The biggest city in India. This map shows many hospitals. Everything in red here are hospitals. And Mumbai airports. That looks huge. Let's check out this neighborhood. Oh, look at all those buildings. So many buildings. It almost seems like it doesn't stop. Oh yeah, and these here are slums. Here I found a beach. Juhu Beach. You can get some ice cream. Oh yeah, right next to the airports. And I zoom out and I see this city is so big. I've never been in a city that big before. Are these railways? Yeah, railway station. Want to take the train? You can come here. Okay, I want to see one more place. I want to go somewhere in the center of the country. I'm just going to try to zoom in right here and see what that looks like. Oh, there are a lot of things happening here. Here's a farm. There's another farm. Farmland. Kutum waterfalls. Oh wow, look at that place. Seems like there are things happening in all over India. I just randomly zoomed in here in the center. Lots of stuff is happening here. What have we here? Wildlife sanctuary. I wonder what kind of wildlife. Wildlife and safari park. And here are waterfalls. Oh, another beautiful place here. Nature preserve. The diversity of landscapes in India is huge. From mountains and valleys in the Himalayas, to sand dunes in the Thar deserts, to beaches and river plains. There is a lot to cover here, so you are in for a treat. So let's start with the topography map. We can divide India into 6 physiographic regions. First, the coastal plains. Areas at the coastline are generally flat, especially here in the state Gujarat, where you can find flooded grasslands and savanna, and beaches like here in Goa. Elevations are also low at the second physiographic region, the Indo-Gangetic Plain, called after the Indus and Ganges River. And this is a huge river plain. It includes northern and eastern India, the eastern parts of Pakistan, basically all of Bangladesh, and parts of Nepal too. This plain is fertile, providing millions of people with food like rice and wheat. Moving on to the next region, this is a very dry region. It's the Thar Desert, also called the Great Indian Desert. Most of the desert is covered by huge, beautiful sand dunes that shift by strong winds. There are several protected areas in this desert, like the Desert National Park, which protects animals like the Bengal fox. The largest of the physiographic regions is the Peninsular Plateau. And we use another map. We can see on the map that in the center of the country, the elevation rises. Here are several mountain ranges, like the Aravalli Range starting near Delhi, with elevations up to 1722 meters. This is what the mountains look like. This looks beautiful. Another mountain range is the Satpura Range. This is home to the endangered Bengal tiger and sloth bear. Other mountain ranges are the Western and Eastern Ghats on each side of the country, creating a triangle, with the Deccan Plateau in the center, with elevations up to 600 meters. But the Peninsular Plateau is not the place with the highest mountains, of course. The 5th physiographic region in India is the Himalayas. The Himalayas separates the Indo-Gangetic Plain from the Tibetan Plateau. Here are beautiful valleys. Let's take a look. Yes, this looks spectacular. And this is the roof of the world. 10 out of 14 peaks of over 8,000 meters are found right here, including Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. But this mountain does not lie in India. The tallest undisputed point of India lies on the border with Nepal. It is called Kangchenjunga, and with an elevation of 8,586 meters, or 28,169 feet, is the world's 3rd tallest peak. From here you can see super far. An even taller mountain lies in the disputed area Gilgit-Baltistan at 8,611 meters, or 28,251 feet. This is K2, the world's 2nd tallest mountain. Okay, there is one more physiographic region. There is a place we haven't covered yet. Do not forget them, the islands. The Lakshadweep Islands, as I mentioned earlier, have lagoons, atolls, white beaches, and forests. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea are heavily forested. There are beautiful beaches with the occasional elephant going for a morning walk, mountains, and India's only volcano, Barren Islands. The Andaman Islands are also home to the Sentinelese people, a tribe yet uncontacted by the outside world. Among the longest and most significant rivers in India are the Brahmaputra, originating in the eastern Himalayas and streams out into the Bay of Bengal. This river looks thick on the map. It fills Bangladesh with water. And the Ganges or Ganga River, also originating in the Himalayas. That's why the Himalayas are so important. Streaming east and eventually draining out into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, did I cover the landscapes for India? There is so much more to say, so please comment down below any landscapes I didn't mention so we can learn even more. It's opposite side time. I put my ruler in the capital city New Delhi, move it for 20,000 kilometers around the globe, and we land in the South Pacific Ocean, pretty close to Easter Island, part of Chile. Yes, has this video make you want to travel to India? Of course, I would love to visit India and see amazing nature, experiencing the vibrant life in the cities, and very important, try Indian food. I love Indian food. I've tried Indian food in Europe, in Africa, North America, and it's always delicious. Of course, Indian food in India is extremely diverse. There are many different kinds of dishes, and it all depends on which region in India you visit. Here, I pay a visit to my local Indian restaurant. We are at Golden Indian Restaurant in Sandefjord, in the town that we live, and this is the best restaurant of this town. This restaurant serves food from northern India, from the state Punjab bordering Pakistan. I'm enjoying a mango lassi, a sweet, delicious drink with mango and yogurt, great with spicy food. We start off with papadums with mango and chili chutney and mint sauce. I ordered the makhani murg, grilled chicken pieces prepared with onions, almonds, butter, cream and mustard. Vegat has the murg tikka masala with chicken, creamy sauce and nuts, eaten with peshwari naan, with chopped raisins, coconuts and almonds. Okay, to the travel suggestions. To find travel suggestions for India, I received help from you guys and from the restaurant, so thank you so much. First, you have suggested historical places with just the most amazing architecture. So yeah, get ready for some mispronunciations here. Rani Ki Vav in Gujarat, a stepwell at the banks of Saraswati River, Golden Temple in Punjab, the spiritual site of Sikhism, Hava Mahal in Rajasthan, a palace built in red and pink, Qutab Minar, a minaret in New Delhi, and probably India's most famous building, the Taj Mahal in Agra, an ivory white marble mausoleum, the Khajuraho group of monuments, temples in Madhya Pradesh. We are moving south to Ellora Caves in Maharashtra, caves with paintings and sculptures. Mysore Palace in Karnataka, also called City of Palaces, because there are a total of 7 palaces here. Meenakshi Amman Temple and Brihadishwarar Temple, both in Tamil Nadu, dedicated to Shiva. Wow! If you want to see some beautiful nature, I have 2 suggestions for you here. First, Valley of Flowers National Park. This place is super beautiful. The area takes you through the Himalayan valleys. There are hiking trails to facilitate views of its spectacular alpine flora. Just imagine the most beautiful flowers, green grass, mountains and valleys. Yeah, that's here. Another great place to experience nature is in Meghalaya, a state north of Bangladesh, because here are root bridges. These are living bridges grown from tangled roots. Yes, these bridges are alive, they are plants, and you can walk across them. These attract tourists, which in play support the local economy. This is so fascinating. Another fascinating feature in India is this big ball. This is called Krishna's butterball, a big boulder balancing on this rock. It's just lying there, it's not rolling down. Cool! 2 last places I want to mention are cities that might be fun to visit. First, Alleppey in the state Kerala, known as the Venice of the East, because of lots of water and boats. And finally, Uti, surrounded by the green Western Ghats mountains. Yes, to sum up, it's hard to say exactly what India is like, because, well, it's huge and super diverse. Many different languages and foods, an extremely large variation in landscapes, And luckily for us, many places to visit. And many Indians to ask if you want to learn more. Feel free to add more information here in the comment section. Next time we're going to Rwanda. And we're zooming out. Thank you for watching, guys.